This is the obligatory warning. Do not paint your Nerf blasters to look this realistic and then take them out in public. This is meant to be a display piece and will only be used indoors. And I will be putting some orange tape on it when I ship it, on principle. Alright, on to the video. Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and today I'm working on a build for my Patron. This is one of the blasters that he sent in the very first shipment of blasters, God, so long ago now. And I'm finally getting around to it as this month's Patron build. I have no idea what actually is inside here. It does appear to have a red artifact cage. Who knows what kind of wheels. Looks like it's got blue aluminum wheels. I don't know what motors are in here. I'm going to have to look into that. It currently appears to be wired for a probably a 2S LiPo, and he favors 3S, so he wants me to rewire it for 3S, which should be really simple. Really just cut this and add an XT60 connector, and I will need to print a new battery door, which shouldn't be too hard. He wants to keep this paint job rather than have it repainted, which I thoroughly approve of because this is a really cool paint job and somebody did a lot of work to create this. I'm going to take a peek at the inside and see what's up. The other thing that happened was part of the top rail had broken. So I have, I'm hoping the glue will hold on that. I may have to reinforce it with something. We will see. But for now, we're going to get this thing open and see what is actually in here and see what needs to be done as far as internals. Well, whoever built this is fancier than me. They have used a MOSFET. So it's just using a stock switch, and then they've tossed a MOSFET in there, which I still need to learn how exactly those things work. Fascinating. No idea what motors are in here. Let's see if we can figure it out. The other thing that we are also going to be adding while we are in here is a voltmeter. And I have printed off the Foam Blast voltmeter holder that is also an expanded cable tray. So it mounts the voltmeter right inside the jam door, and then you usually link it to the jam door switch. Of course, there is no jam door switch here, but I have lots of switches pulled from blasters, so I will just wire one of those in directly to the battery. Okay, so really all we need to do is redo this with a XT60 connector, as well as add in the voltmeter, put that switch back in and wire it to the voltmeter because he wanted it on jam door open, which means I am also going to need to find the jam door, or come up with a jam door. I don't think I have any. Alright, so I have the voltmeter mounted onto its little mount, which then goes here in the jam door and will be activated when you open the jam door, and you will then also be able to see it, so that works out nicely. Now I just have to figure out where to wire it, because I'm only vaguely aware of how this wiring works at all. Alright, well, it is now done. My phone battery died. Apparently it wasn't charging properly. And so I imagine you didn't get to see most of what went on the inside, but it's actually pretty boring. It turns out it had Artifact 132 motors with an Artifact red cage and the Artifact blue wheels. I rewired it. It was originally had a MOSFET and was wired for 2S, but Jomo likes 3S LiPos, so and the MOSFET wasn't working, so I took out the original wiring and just put in a micro switch and wired it straight up, and then also wired a voltmeter into the jam door, which we will see once I put a battery into it. And I replaced the motors with Rhinos, because the Artifact 132s are a 2S, and they obviously aren't going to like running on a 3S LiPo, or at least I imagine they wouldn't. I decided I didn't want to find out. So Jomo generally runs Rhinos because they go well with the 3S LiPo that he uses. And then I added this handle extender because I really don't like how the Stryfe handle feels without them. That was the one complaint I had about the Stryfe when I first got one, was that it just didn't feel like you were getting a solid grip on the handle. So this is part of Flechette Spectre's Stryfe The Block kit on Thingiverse. Link will be in the description. It's absolutely wonderful. It prints out as one solid piece, and then it just clips onto the stock attachment, or the sling point. Just clips right on, and then you can pop it back off with a screwdriver if you need to take the blaster apart. And I love it. There is also one on Etsy that you can buy that's 2 parts, which makes it a little bit more convenient to take apart. If you prefer, I have 2 of those, and then I've printed like 3 of these probably, and plan to print more because I love them. I was able to fix the top rail, and then I've positioned the sight so that it's actually supporting it before it was in front of this notch, and so that's probably why it broke. Yeah, so let's see. It will eventually have an expanded battery door. The tabs on it broke, so I'm gluing it, and if that doesn't work, then I'll make a new one. Because obviously the stock door is not going to work for 3S, but we'll put this in just so we can do a quick firing demo, because I know you guys love firing demos. So this will fit in here, and then the door fits over the top of it quite nicely, but that'll hold it in place. I originally tried it with the those black FVJs I got, because metal wheels and all that, but it really doesn't like them. It bogs them down really, really bad, and I'm not sure why. So we're going to start with 3 of the AccuFakes that I favor, and then 3 random ones. I think there's a stock dart and a men gun, and I don't know what that other one is. All right. Oh, that is beautiful. I want to know why mine isn't this nice and quiet. Mine's really loud. It might be the wheels. My Stryfe is nice and quiet, so those aluminum wheels are... I mean, it's so quiet. I may have to do a similar build, start using the metal ones, because my the wheels I've got in my Stryfe, it sounds like a jet engine taking off. And they're... I think they're... I want to say they're artifact motors running on a 2S. They're the 132s, so they were what was originally in here. And on a 2S, they sound like an engine taking off, so that's just weird. Anyway, so I went to edit the video and realized I never showed off the voltmeter, so I'm going to try to do that now. The top rail thing does kind of prevent you from opening the jam door very far, but it does open it enough to activate it. And you can kind of see it in there. But yeah, you pop it open, and you can see the voltmeter in there. You close it, and it turns back off again. Not the most convenient, but that's where he decided he wanted it. He may change his mind now that he actually, you know, sees how it works, but I like it. Anyway, there you have it. I'll edit this in somehow. This is the 3rd build for this year. Jomo asked me to start sending them quarterly, so I will be sending this along with his Cyclone Shock shotgun and the Chaos that I painted and rewired for him. So that will be the first shipment for this year, and then I will start building the next set. So, yeah, there you have it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, what have you, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. There you have it. Orange tip. All better. Thank you for watching.